From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. British Columbians go to the polls today, and political analyst Mike MacDonald says the contest between the New Democrats and BC Conservatives is a tight one.
There might be 5 or 10 ridings that get decided by less than 500 votes. And every vote counts. I think we're at that point right now in the campaign where both parties are grinding away hard and no one is completely sure what the outcome's going to be.
The NDP and the Conservatives have been polling closely since official opposition BC United collapsed back in August, resulting in a race that MacDonald compares to the 2017 election, where no party emerged with a majority. MacDonald also noted that the election will ultimately be remembered for the shake-up of the province's right-leaning political landscape, regardless of who wins. Overseas now, where the Israeli government says a drone was launched towards Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's house this morning. There were no reported injuries. Meanwhile, a housing expert with the UN is describing the devastation of the Gaza Strip as unprecedented. By January 2024, just a few months after Israel launched its military offensive to take out Hamas, the independent investigator says 60 to 70% of all homes in the territory were destroyed. He says it is far worse now, particularly in the north, which is approaching the 100% level. Some streets in Canada's largest city may be busier than usual this weekend. The 35th edition of the TSC Toronto Waterfront Marathon is set to go Sunday. The marathon and a half marathon will each begin at 8 a.m. near Nathan Phillips Square in the city's downtown. Natasha Woodcock of Surrey, BC, is taking part and is aiming to add a 5th Canadian title to her record. Over to the East Coast now, where police in Nova Scotia are asking the public to be on the lookout for a man wanted for possession of a dangerous weapon, uttering threats, and breaking and entering. They say 30-year-old Justin Ray Rushton of Glenholm, Nova Scotia, is the subject of a province-wide arrest warrant. He's also facing auto theft and mischief charges following an incident reported on Thursday night. Rushton is described as 5'11", 180 pounds, with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a neck tattoo. He may be traveling in a white Ford F-350 pickup truck with a Nova Scotia license plate. And finally, Tokyo police say a man was arrested after throwing several firebombs into the headquarters of Japan's ruling party in Tokyo. They say the man also crashed his car into the fencing of the Prime Minister's residence. There are no reports of any injuries. Japanese media is reporting, however, that social media posts believed to be the 49-year-old suspects show him complaining about the great deal of money required to run for office under Japanese law. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, starting in the NHL, Nick Ehlers and Cole Perfetti potted 2 goals apiece to lead the Winnipeg Jets to an 8-3 victory over the San Jose Sharks, Winnipeg improving to 4-0-0 on the season. Meanwhile, the Carolina Hurricanes whipped the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-1, and the Colorado Avalanche snowed over the Anaheim Ducks 4-3 in overtime. In the CFL, Bo Levi Mitchell tossed 5 touchdown passes to lead the Hamilton Tiger Cats up and over the Calgary Stampeders 42-20. From the NFL, some surprising but good news. San Francisco 49ers rookie receiver Ricky Parasol will be activated and make his NFL debut Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs, just 50 days after being shot in the chest. And finally, over to the MLB postseason, where Pete Alonso chopped an early 3-run homer as the New York Mets extended the National League Championship Series with a 12-6 victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 5. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.